Hello guys, and welcome back to the True Drew Podcast YouTube channel. I actually unexpectedly got a snow day today. I didn't have to go to work, so that was really cool, and I decided what better day to play Message in a Haunted Mansion. We're going to do a walkthrough for this one, and this was actually the very first game that I ever played, so I'm a little bit biased. I love this game, so let's go ahead and jump right into it.
Hi, it's Nancy Drew. Welcome to my latest cyber mystery, Message in a Haunted Mansion. Choose your difficulty level to start off. If you're new to adventure games, you might want to click on the tutorial button to learn how to play the game.
Okay, I love the fact that she said cyber mystery, that's so early 2000s. But anyway, we're gonna play Junior Detective because that's how I do, so.
Dear Bess, hello from stormy San Francisco. This time I'm staying in a beautiful Victorian mansion. You'd love the room I'm in. It's full of old Chinese furnishings and some interesting knickknacks. The owner of the house, Rose Green, is a friend of Hannah and asked me to come out and help her with some renovation work. She and her friend Abby hope to turn the place into a bed and breakfast by next month. But from what I gathered, Rose isn't sure if she can open in time. Ever since they started the renovations, they've had a lot of accidents. Could it be just bad luck, or is there something more sinister at work? I'm sure I'll find out. Love, Nancy.
Okay, so I've mentioned this on the episode of the podcast that I did featuring this game. I love the opening, like seeing the mansion and the little light click on where Nancy's in her room writing the letter. Everything about this game, the music, this room, the whole entire mansion. It's beautiful. So anyway, let's look around Nancy's room and see if we can find anything in here of interest. Of course, we have her beautiful floral suitcase, which is very 90s. And a key to open it because, Nancy's gotta keep her stuff safe. Look at these mom jeans. This beautiful colored shirt. So this was where I think her interactive started to think okay, we need a notebook or something so people can figure out, who the suspects are, tasks. So this was probably the precursor to the task list. And close this. And let's see. I don't think there's anything over there. I love the decorations in this room. My room in high school had an Asian kind of motif, very similar to this. Oh, there's Nancy's blaring alarm clock. We're not going to touch that right now. It is so loud. And there's nothing really over here. Oh, but we can look at one of the coolest poems ever.
Listen, my child, to this story of dreams, and know that the beginning is more difficult than it seems. When the 10 daughters are reunited in order, when the 4-sided box loses its border, when the eye of the phoenix is in your hand, when the bird of fire can see again, when the moon sleeps and the sun plays, the king of the sky will shine his ray, and hidden beneath a river of colors will lie a gate to golden wonders.
Interesting. And as we can see, there's parts of this poem that are in italics. Different words kind of stick out more than others. And yeah, there's nothing else in here right now, so let's go look around the rest of the house. Okay, also, I swear, this picture right here, that looks like William Taft. Maybe it's supposed to be someone else, but it's the facial hair that's kind of giving me the William Taft vibes. Let's see, there's a lot of doors. That also looks kind of like Queen Elizabeth, but I don't think it is. It's probably some other less known monarch, I don't know. Could you imagine having a landing like this? I would make grand entrances all the time. Ooh, a rope. Let's pull it. Ah. So that controls the chandelier. As a kid, ooh, creaky stairs. I would pull on that all the time. It's not really advised.
It's missing an eye.
This phoenix is missing an eye. I love old, like, details like this in old houses. They're so cool. So let's go talk to Rose. She's down here. There she is.
Hello, Nancy. I'm very glad you could come out here. We can really use your help, seeing how far we are behind schedule. Are you all ready to do some renovation work?
I can't wait. Last night, you mentioned some accidents. What exactly happened?
I don't know where to begin. It started out with some small but irritating things. But then the scaffolding collapsed, and just last week we had a gas leak. I really don't know whether I can stand much more of this. I would love to have a week without any accidents.
I can understand your frustration, Rose. Do you think it's just bad luck?
I'm not one to believe in bad luck, but it's been one thing after another. Maybe Charlie doesn't have the expertise for these renovations, but his rates are so affordable. I sometimes wonder, though, if this old house would be worth more burned to the ground. Enough chit-chat. Hannah tells me you're a real pro with puzzles. Take a look in the corner. Those wood tiles should fit inside the inlay pattern of the floor. Abby and I tried for hours, but it's just too complicated. I'm sorry for not introducing you around, but everyone posts their schedule here in the dining room. It's kind of like Command Central. Let me know how far you get with that puzzle. And thanks again for helping us, Nancy.
Okay, so this next puzzle is one of the most highly hated puzzles, I would say, or it's up there for a lot of people in the Clue Crew community, because you have to be so precise with it. It really doesn't bother me. It's not that hard to me. I say that. Let's hope nothing goes wrong when I try to do it in a second. But the way Rose pointed off to the left over here, I always thought the puzzle was over there, and it took me forever as a kid to be like, oh, wait, something on the ground over here. So we'll put all these pieces back together here. They're, I guess this is shaped like a phoenix. But yeah, you have to line it up to where it lights up and there's no gaps at all. So like that won't work because there's no puzzle pieces that are shaped like that. So let's see. I talked a big game. Let's hope I can get this all in here correctly. It's so finicky sometimes, but go on. Right there. Oh, wait. Ah, there we go. Okay. And we're going to put one over here. And you can, like, right-click to turn these in different directions. Ah, see, like, that won't work. That was not perfectly on there. There we go. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to put this one here. May or may not be right. I don't know. I kind of like puzzles like this because, I don't know. It's just a matter of getting it to fit and playing around with it. I don't know. I'm not big on like numbers, puzzles, or things like that, but I think it's my organizational, like OCD nature. I like stuff like this. Come on. It's so hard to get it just right. Oops. There we go. And I think we're gonna get it. Yay! I was like, I'm gonna be real embarrassed if this does not work the first time.
I did it!
Yay, Nancy, we did it! Okay. Now, let's see. We'll just look around here real quick. There's a little magazine on bed and breakfasts and renovating. Let's see, can we look at this? Yes, we can. Interesting. A thing about 4-poster beds. It's a very cool chair. I think that's all we can look at in here. And if we spin around here, Rose mentioned that everyone kind of posts their schedule here in the dining room. So Lewis is in the study or the library from noon to 5, it looks like. Charlie is in the basement 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Abby is out of the mansion from 3 to 6. So normally she's in her room. So we'll go see if we can find some of these people. Because it is Oh, okay. Yeah, and you also have a little clock right here, so you can kind of tell time, and you can also use the alarm clock in your bedroom to, you know, change the time to super early in the day or night. Ah, so we have a symbol here. Asian Pacific Fire Insurance Company. So, ooh, the mansion is insured for $1 million against fire or earthquake damage, which is definitely a necessary piece of insurance when you live in San Francisco. But yeah, that's kind of interesting because Rose just said, I wonder if this house would be worth more burnt to the ground. Very ominous indeed. Let's see, nothing over there. Looks like we've just got some pieces of wood we've been staining and painting over here. Let's tell Rose we finished that puzzle real quick.
How's that inlay puzzle coming along?
I finished it.
Wonderful! But now I've got something else for you. I set up a ladder upstairs so you can chip off the broken tiles on the hallway ceiling. You'll need to look around for a chisel or paint scraper for the job. I'm not sure where Charlie keeps them.
I can see you're busy. I'll let you go.
So long!
So, one of my main complaints and gripes with Rose in this game, and I think other people have said this too, is, I mean, yeah, you're here to help her, obviously, but she has no interest in her own house. Like, I think I would want to know if there were secret passageways or interesting things that Nancy finds, you know? Oh.
The rope is cut.
Well, we might have to fix that dumbwaiter later. That rhymed. Unintentional. Let's see. Ooh. Very pretty phoenix motif on the floor here. So, let's see. Charlie might leave tools around in random places like this. There's a paint scraper. We're gonna need that. I don't think there's anything over here. You can also see the address here, 4653. Very pretty stained glass. But another thing about this game, there's so many hauntings. Like, this is kind of interesting. So see this chair? The air is like coming back out of it. It's like somebody was just sitting there and they got up, which is really creepy. Bunch of old pictures of the mansion and people, I guess, who inhabited it at one point or another. Let's see. It's a very loud grandfather clock. Now this is the parlor. Let's see what's over here. Ah.
It's good to know it's here.
Yes, it is, Nancy. As someone who has very many firemen in my family, it is good to know that there's a fire extinguisher here. Let's see. Can round the couch here. Oh, a box. Let's see. American Telephone. Speak Telephone Co. Some names in there. Must have been old paperwork. Oh. Pleased to announce that your bid for the auction property, 4653 California Lane. So that's where we are. Ladies Protection and Relief Society. So maybe these were some documents that Abby and Rose found in the mansion. That's one thing that would be really cool about owning an old house, would be just finding stuff like that everywhere. Now this, I think this moves sometimes. I don't think it did it that time. But there's some creepy things, like if you click over here. Ugh, a mandolin. Very spooky. This is a haunted mansion after all. Supposedly. Now, subterranean San Francisco. Many changes over the years. Secret rooms. Old tunnels. Maybe there's some old tunnels underneath this mansion. That would be kind of cool. And got a picture here, some roses. Let's look over here. I'm trying to think. I think there's some stuff you can look at in the disc. Ooh. Dear Hugh, I'm doing great. How are you? Yes, the rumors are true. I bought myself a Victorian mansion. It's funny you should mention Abby. She's actually the one who decided to go in on this venture with me. A lot of fun, but also a lot of hard work, as we know. Renovating a house would probably not be easy. Dear Rose, how are you doing? Haven't gotten a message from you in some time. So just some notes to Rose and her friend Hugh. Nothing too crazy. And I don't think we can look over there. And there's nothing else on this desk except the telephone. We'll make some phone calls in a little bit. Let's see what's in here. Library.
It won't fit.
I don't have anything right now, Nancy, so of course nothing's gonna fit there. We're missing some tiles here on this fireplace. We probably will run across them at some point. I would love to have a library like this. Oh, I don't know if you heard that, but my rabbit, Reese, is like throwing her bowl around. Ah, Lizzie Applegate, talented actress and songwriter. That looks a little bit like the picture we saw by the roses. Let's see. I feel like I know the name of this game, but it escapes me right now.
When the four-sided box loses its border.
So, one cool thing, I think this is only on Junior Detective, but when you click things that have, you know, Chinese symbols or different symbols that are important in this game, Nancy will talk about them out loud, which is kind of helpful if you're like, what do I do next? History of the Piano, written by someone named Melody. It's kind of cool. I don't think there's any other books here to look at, really. I think there's one over here, though, that we can click on. Oh, wait. Ah, there's one of the tiles we're missing. Probably find some more later. Oh, okay. I thought I was like, can I open that book? No. It's over here. There it is. Also known as the Firebird, the phoenix occurs in legends of many cultures. Very cool. I've always thought phoenixes are kind of neat. Oh wait, we haven't gone over here. Oh, right there. Ah, Theory of Music Level 1. Some more music note type of things. I actually took music theory in high school. I was not very good at it. I, wasn't good at sight reading or anything like that. I would always play by ear. So music theory was a little bit lost on me, but I did enjoy trying to write music. That was really fun, just coming up with stuff. Ah, okay, some chess moves here. I am also not really... I've never played chess, really. We're gonna need a login name and a password. Or there's like a maze game we can do. We'll come back to this one. Let's see. How do I get out of here? Ah! Like that. Some of these older games, if I haven't played them in a while and I've played a newer one more recently, I'm like, how do I move? Let's call some friends real quick. Let's call Hannah. I think this is one of the only games you can really call Hannah. Which is sad, because I love Hannah Gruen.
Drew Residence, Hannah Gruen speaking.
Hi, Hannah.
Nancy, how are you? And how's Rose?
Great. I'm really glad you had Rose invite me out here. Her house is so beautiful.
I'm so happy you're out there. But I'm worried about all the accidents she's having. There's just been so many.
What has Rose said about them?
She doesn't say much, but I know they've become worse and worse. That's one of the reasons why I asked you to visit her, to see if everything is all right.
Do you suspect there's something more to these accidents?
I don't know. Rose is under a lot of pressure to open that bed and breakfast on time, and I'm worried that it may be too much for her.
I imagine the mansion was very expensive.
Rose spent her entire life savings on the house. If this doesn't work out, she won't have 30 more years to earn the money back. Well, I should let you get back to your renovation work. Thank you for calling. There's probably no reason for concern. But be on the lookout for anything unusual. Goodbye, dear.
We'll call Bess here. Let's see.
Hello?
Hi, Bess. It's Nancy.
Hi, Nancy. George is here. Let me put her on the speakerphone.
Nancy?
Hi, George.
Hey, what's up?
I'm in San Francisco, helping a friend of Hannah's renovate an old Victorian mansion. She wants to open up a bed and breakfast. Unfortunately, some strange accidents have delayed the project.
Uh-oh.
Sounds like you've got another case on your hands. Have you asked everybody about these accidents?
Not yet, but I will. So, what are you two up to?
Well, speaking of renovations, George is redecorating her room and staying with me till it's done.
But we haven't had any accidents.
Except when you spilled the soda all over the carpet.
Okay, but it wasn't very unusual.
So, tell us more about what's been going on.
Do you know anything about the house's history?
Can you guys give me a clue? I'm not sure what to do next.
We'll be more than happy to help.
But it might be more fun to figure it out on your own.
Have you met everyone?
See if Rose has any information on whoever is working in the house.
She probably has a schedule on her desk.
I should get going. Talk to you later.
Goodbye.
So one thing about this game too is they do a better job of, you can ask for hints and stuff from your friends. Which you could do that in the first two games, but this one's a little more clear.
This is Emily.
Hi, Emily. It's Nancy Drew.
Nancy Drew? I haven't heard from you in ages. How's Hannah in River Heights? You're not in San Francisco, are you, my dear?
I sure am. I'm staying with Rose Green, a friend of Hannah's, in a Victorian mansion. I'm helping out with renovations.
You know, you're lucky you caught me at home. I've been traveling most of these days, but after that crazy tour of Egypt. By the way, riding a camel is not as easy as it looks. My editor gave me an assignment right here in town. It'll be on the Dragons of San Francisco.
Dragons of San Francisco sounds exotic. What kind of dragons are you researching?
Chinese dragons. My editor thought this would make a great topic for a photo essay. The dragon is a very important symbol in Chinese culture.
So it seems. My room is full of Chinese decorations.
Oh, sure. Many of the Victorians have rooms with themes, usually colors or cultures. I once spent a night in a Victorian where each room had a bird theme. Don't laugh, but I stayed in the nuthatch room.
You're kidding. Why do they call these mansions Victorians?
They're named after Queen Victoria, who pretty much defined high society in the late 1800s. After the gold rush, San Francisco had a building boom, but most of the great Victorian mansions weren't built until the late 1800s. Nowadays, it's very popular to convert them into bed and breakfasts.
The gold rush was in 1849, right?
The big one, yes. There was a huge increase in the city's population, and San Francisco had a reputation for being a lawless frontier town. Lots of people made a quick fortune here and lost it just as fast. Oh dear, am I talking too much? I get so distracted at times I tend to get carried away a bit. So how are you, Nancy? Why did you call? Is there anything I can help you out with?
Can you tell me about the Chinese writing system? I seem to come across a lot of Chinese symbols.
Oh, it doesn't surprise me. The Chinese have been an important part of San Francisco history for over 100 years. The symbols are called Hanzi, and each one represents a particular thing, or an idea, or an action. You find them all over on business cards, takeout cartons, artwork.
I found some old papers in the house, plus a page from a phone directory dated 1894.
Oh, that sounds valuable. It's hard to find old documents like that before 1906.
Have you heard of an actress, Lizzie Applegate?
Oh, sure. She was a good friend of Lotta Crabtree, another popular actress in the late 1800s. As I recall, she opened up a big hotel. What was it called? The Hotel Mandrake or the Oriental? I forget.
Was it in this neighborhood? Is it still around?
Oh, no, this one was downtown. It was very big, but I think it burned down.
I should get going. Goodbye, Emily.
Call anytime.
Okay, so we've talked to all of our contacts on the phone. Let's go look around the rest of the house here. Let's see what's in the basement here. Charlie's domain. And Charlie may be down here. Oh, there he is.
Hi, you must be Nancy. My name's Charlie.
Hi, Charlie. You must have a lot of experience to work on such a big house.
No, but I learned quickly. Even Lewis said so. Have you met him yet? He's helping Rose with the house. Yeah, he showed me how to do some of the remodeling work.
No, I haven't met him yet. Does he work for Rose?
He's an antique dealer, I think. I guess he does consulting work for Rose, like on Victorian furnishings and stuff.
Do you have any idea why there's been so many accidents on this project?
I have no idea. People are blaming me, but it's not my fault. I know what I'm doing. I know how to do this work. Listen, Nancy, I really need to get back to work. I'm repairing some floorboards, so be careful walking around. Rose was looking for you earlier. Maybe she has something for you to do. See ya.
Oh, I'm sure she does. I mean, I can't blame her. She's got a lot of stuff on her plate.
It's stuck. It's stuck.
Yeah, that's not gonna open. But that's cool. We can play the piano. Let's see. We'll go back here. We can't really look around too much because Charlie's down here. So we'll come back when he's gone. Scandal, horror, outrage. Ah, there's that Ladies' Protection Society again. Huh. These proper wives, daughters, and mothers will act on stage like common troubadours. So yeah, I think a lot of times back in the 1800s, way before, it was kind of frowned upon for women to be on the stage in the theater, which is kind of unfortunate. I think actually back in the medieval times, like, a lot of times women's parts were played by men. Ah, I can't talk. Bed and breakfasts on the rise. I don't want to think about how much Rose's house would cost today, because real estate has gone up so much, especially in San Francisco. Okay. Now, I believe if we go down here, we can go upstairs this way. This little servants, or I guess you could say the helps, like little staircase there. I don't know what's appropriate to say anymore, really. Ooh. So there's that rope. We'll have to fix that. And let's go back to our room for a second. You know, that magazine. Oh. That gets me every single time. So there's another haunting there. That horrible noise. Whatever that was supposed to be. That book said something about 4-poster beds. That magazine down near Rose. Let's see what this...
It's stuck.
I wonder... Ah! A key. It's very cool. I remember after playing this game, I was like, I want a 4-poster bed, and I want to hide stuff in the corner piece of it. Oh, and a dragon. I didn't click on that earlier. Okay. Let's go back out here. Rose also said something about scraping these ceiling tiles, so we can do that. There's been some water damage. Ooh. Looks like an attic. I don't know if this will work for this, but...
It's locked.
Yeah, too simple. Let's go see if Abby is in her room real quick. I don't know. I can't remember what time she's home or not. Oh.
Hello, Nancy. I see you've arrived safely from your long journey. But I'm sensing an aura of danger around you. I can tell you're an inquisitive type, a little skeptical, and that you don't believe in ghosts.
And you do?
I sense a very strong but restless spirit within these walls. And a restless spirit can soon become an angry spirit.
Does your intuition tell you who could be behind these recent accidents?
I'm not sure, but for some reason the name Valdez has a strong connection with this mansion.
Okay, this is one of the sassiest Nancy Drew comebacks I think we've seen yet. Like, Nancy has so many in Final Scene, but this one right here gets me every time.
Well, You'll be the first to know if I find a ghost floating over my bed.
Do you dare mock the supernatural? Just
Yeah.
bear in mind what I've told you about this place. Spirits of the deceased can do unimaginable harm, especially to those who don't believe. Now, if you will please excuse me, I need to prepare myself for this evening. At that time, more will be revealed.
You know what? That kind of sounded like a threat, Abby. Just saying. Let's see. I don't know if Lewis is around yet, but we can go see if he is. I love the different music in the rooms of this mansion. This soundtrack has so many good piano type ballads. Oh, he's here, yay.
Hello. I was so wrapped up in my book, I didn't hear you come in. My name is Lewis Chandler.
I didn't mean to startle you. I'm Nancy Drew. I came out to help Rose and Abby with the renovations.
Yes, well, I'm very glad you're here.
Are you researching the history of this house?
Actually, I'm a bit in the dark about this particular property. However, as far as Victorian mansions go, I don't see anything remarkable about this one.
Abby thinks the mansion is haunted.
Does she? There have been documented cases of hauntings in older mansions. And I might add, not all of the hauntings were by friendly spirits.
Do you think a ghost is causing these accidents?
Accidents? I know Rose has mentioned some inconveniences like that wall covering and the light supplies, but I would hardly call those accidents. I'm sorry, but I'm quite busy at the moment, and although I'd like to talk, I really don't have the time. Please, excuse me.
Okay then. Let's see. I can go talk to Rose and tell her that we found an entrance to the attic, maybe. Ooh, so that shadow, I know a lot of people have said it's probably just Charlie going to the basement, but it kind of makes you think with all the other weird things going on, like, is it a ghost? That's one thing about this game. It kind of leaves it up to you, like, whether you believe in the supernatural or not, so it's kind of cool.
How are the tiles coming along?
I'm all finished, but you should know what I found.
I'm sure it's very interesting. But unless it's really important, I've got other things to worry about. Let's see. If you're any good at fixing things, there's a dumbwaiter in the hallway that's not working.
Where did Abby find those papers that are in the parlor?
She told me they were in her room, which surprised me since it was completely empty when we moved in. Now the room you're staying in was crammed with furniture. I think most of it was original with the house.
How did you meet Abby?
She was the drama coach back in River Heights, and we worked on a couple of plays together. My bid on this house was too low, so she pitched in her savings to help me get the place. If it weren't for Abby, I couldn't have afforded this place.
It all makes sense now. Abby worked in the drama department.
How did you find Charlie?
He just showed up one day. It was really odd. I remember Abby and I were in the basement talking about hiring someone to help us. 20 minutes later, the doorbell rang and there stood Charlie, looking for work.
How do you know Lewis?
He stopped by one day to introduce himself. He seemed awfully curious about our property, but he's an antique dealer specializing in the Victorian period. He's been extremely helpful advising us on authentic decor.
What is Abby planning for tonight?
She's putting on some kind of seance tonight to contact these ghosts or whatever she thinks is causing all of these accidents.
Have you heard of someone named Lizzie Applegate?
No, I haven't.
I can see you're busy. I'll let you go.
Bye, Nancy.
So I should also mention this game is based off of a Nancy Drew book, number 122, and it's also called Message in a Haunted Mansion. It's a really good book. It's very similar to the game, but I think if you like this game, you would definitely like the book too. Let's see. Okay, it's like 2 o'clock right now. Let's go take a nap, Nancy. And then we'll go talk to Abby again in a little bit. This thing is really loud, I'm gonna warn you. But that's how alarm clocks used to be. Let's see. I'm gonna do alarm. Let's say 6 p.m. Okay, that wasn't as bad as I remembered. Maybe it's Treasure in the Royal Tower. The alarm clock on that one is really, really loud. Ew. Creepy. There's so many creepy things happening in this house.
The spirits wish to speak to you, Nancy. Tonight, I will channel their energies to deliver a message. Meet me down in the basement, if you dare. Please sit down.
We really don't have time for this.
Let us begin. We are gathered here tonight to contact the shades of those who have passed before us. Gaze into the crystal ball. It will answer all of our questions. What's that?
Ugh.
Who has called me forth from the great beyond?
We have. Are you the spirit known as Valdez?
I was once called that in the world of the living.
Are you the spirit who has caused these accidents?
I have come back searching for her, my wife. Where can she be?
Ugh. Creepy.
The spirits have spoken. The seance is over.
We've got a busy day tomorrow, and no more time for these games, Abby. And make sure you blow out the candles on your way up. I don't want to wake up and find the house on fire.
Dang. That was creepy. So, as I said before, this was the first game I ever played. So, it set the bar really, really high. Because, that was creepy to see. Oh, shadow. Okay, we're not going that way. We're gonna go this way. Because that's scary. Yeah, this game set such a high bar as the first Nancy Drew game I ever played. And, like, I remember my brothers and I playing, and that seance scene happened, and it was so scary. We're gonna go down here and check this out, though. Now, I don't know if it's gonna do it. Let me see. Okay, so when I first saw this as a kid, it's like somebody's following you. Ugh, gives me the creeps every single time. Okay, but now what I was hoping for has happened. Charlie's not here. Could poke around in his stuff. Take a screwdriver. Don't mind if I do. Let's see. So let's poke around Abby's seance table. Oh, what do you know? A recording device. And a tape. Let's take that. We'll see if we can play that later. But I think it's safe to say that Valdez was a pre-recorded spiritual phenomenon. Let's see. What's this do? Maybe this one? Oh, jackpot! Another key. Wonder if this goes to the one in the attic. The door. And I think there's something else you can look at up here. Maybe. No. Maybe it's over here on this side. Oh, there's a grate. We'll have to figure out how to open that later. Maybe it's over here. There's a book of recipes that I really want to try. There it is. Non-alcoholic drinks. They have like ginger whisper, minty festival punch. Sometime I'll have to do some recipes from some of the games and do a YouTube video on that. I think that'd be really fun. Okay, is anyone still following us? Okay, good. That's so scary. Like, I always have nightmares about being followed, and that gives me the creeps. Okay. We're gonna go back up here. And we're... okay. I didn't know it was gonna do it. This portrait right here. Look at the eyes. They're blinking. Ugh. So creepy. They did such a good job with the aesthetic of this mansion. Like, I want to live here, but I'm also terrified of it at the same time. Aha! It did open the attic. Let's go look around. It would be so cool to just find all this stuff up here. Golden Gate Gazette, old newspapers. Ah, another tile for the fireplace mantle thing. Let's see. Oh, spun too fast there. Another book, The Mysterious Storybook. She pushed her auburn hair back behind her ear and continued the arduous work. Carolyn. So I think this is a play on Carolyn Keene. But this little passage here has some foreshadowing for later in the mystery. If you want to pause and read it, you can, but I don't want to spoil it if you've never played this before. Let's see. So I bet the other key we have works to this writing desk. Bingo. There's Lizzie Applegate again. The Bandit's Treasure. A lot of music we're coming across, so maybe this will help us with the piano in the basement. Let's see, I think that's all we can look at there. Is there anything else back here? Ah, some more symbols. Beginning. Now, beginning was a word in the poem in Nancy's room. Let's see, dear sir, letter shall serve as an introduction for my faithful employee, Wing Tang. E. Valdez, there's that name, Valdez, again. Okay, I think that's all we can look at in the desk. Let's look around. Oh, this thing over here. Can we look in there? No. This one. Ah, let's see. We got a crowbar now. Maybe that will help us get into the fireplace downstairs. Wow, I can read some cursive. Some of it I can't read as well. Interesting, okay. Old sewing machine. Now, I think I already... Well, did I look in here? I don't know. I don't think I did. Ah! Nope. We need that. It's an iron. Creepy baby head. Baby doll head. Let's see. I think that's everything. Try and go out here. Let's use this crowbar. No need to fear. Nancy Drew is here, and she has a crowbar. Oh gosh. Okay, I'm triggering so many of the haunts this playthrough. It's freaking me out. Okay, now let's look here. This... We can unscrew these screws here. It's late. Everybody's in bed. Nobody will see us doing this. Oh, look at that! A speaker that conveniently goes to Abby's room. I bet she has done something similar that goes to our room. What do you want to bet? So, let's see. Oh yeah, we can go fix the dumbwaiter. Let's go do that real quick. And then, after we do this, I'll probably break to go to a part 2 video here. Let's see. Fixing the dumbwaiter. I think it's right here. And there we go. Oh, sounds like it's upstairs now. Let's go see what's up there. No creepy shadow people. Oh gosh. Man, Abby snores really loud. Okay. I did not remember that she does that. Okay. Ooh.
When the eye of the phoenix is in your hand.
Okay. Ah, and another towel for the fireplace. Good. So now... Ugh, I'm gonna let Abby sleep. We're gonna go back here and wake up in the morning here, but we'll continue this Message in a Haunted Mansion walkthrough for part 2.